Welcome to all our distinguished guests from around the country.
We are delighted that you're able to join us this evening for the Lymphoma Research Foundation's 25th Anniversary Gala.
While this may not be our traditional annual event, or how we anticipated spending our anniversary with you,
the health and safety of our community is our priority, and we are grateful for all the support we have received.
Over the past 25 years, LRF has become a leader in funding innovative lymphoma research and created a large network of leading experts in the field.
In addition to its extensive research portfolio, LRF has created a community for patients and caregivers to receive the support and services that mean the most when faced with a lymphoma diagnosis.
With so much having been accomplished over the past 25 years, we cannot celebrate without thanking all of you.
Whether you supported LRF in its early years or have joined our cause more recently, it is because of you that we are able to be here today.
As you've seen by now, the evening's theme is Finding Cures Starts With You. We know nothing is more certain than that.
Each of you have put your own mark on our organization, and for that we are very grateful. Thank you.
In this next hour, we will tell you more about the story of the foundation and all that has made up our first 25 years and what will become of our next 25.
So we invite you to sit back and relax and celebrate this momentous milestone with us.
A milestone that we have all built together.
We hope you enjoy the program.
Good evening, and welcome to our 25th Anniversary Gala. Tonight, we will recognize leaders in the medical and scientific communities whose brilliance and dedication to patients have brought great hope to us all. As you will see throughout tonight's program, this is also the most promising and exciting time in the history of the Lymphoma Research Foundation and in the field of lymphoma and CLL research. And it has all been made possible through your generosity. Thank you for being with us. And to those of you who are attending our gala for the first time, I want to extend a warm welcome to this extraordinary community. In our program this evening, we are delighted to share with you the story of our foundation and our mission to eradicate lymphoma and serve those touched by this disease. We will remember how two driven advocates and their physician founded the organization, hear from the leaders of the Foundation's prestigious Scientific Advisory Board who have led our research portfolio to the forefront of innovation. We'll meet survivors and caregivers who provide testimony to the importance of our mission. And finally, we'll meet some of our grantees, and we'll learn more about the impact the Foundation has had on their career and the field of lymphoma research. To begin this evening's festivities, I would like to thank our Honorary Council for their many years of support of the Lymphoma Research Foundation, as well as our outstanding benefit committee members who have helped make this evening a great success amidst a very challenging year. I would also like to recognize this evening's honorees. Tonight we will honor Dr. Thomas Haberman with the Distinguished Leadership Award and present AstraZeneca with our Corporate Leadership Award. We will also pay special tribute to the Heroes Among Us, a new segment that allows members of the community to honor those who mean the most to them. Finally, it's my pleasure to thank our event sponsors for their incredible support of our organization. Thank you to our mission sponsor, AstraZeneca. Thank you to our champion sponsor, Pharmacyclics, an AbbVie company, and Janssen Biotech. Thank you to our 25th anniversary sponsors, Bristol Myers Squibb, Genentech, Kite, a Gilead company, the Prince Family Foundation, Susan and Jeffrey Sussman, the Werner family, and Andrea and Bruce Yablon. Thank you also to our advocate sponsors, and thank you to our many benefactor sponsors. Our sincere thanks also goes out to our patron and tribute sponsors who are listed in the Gala Digital Journal. To all of our sponsors, your support means a great deal to us all and enables us to pursue our vital mission, Thank you again for your generosity. And now it is my distinct pleasure to officially begin our program. Thank you for being with us. We hope you enjoy the show.
Stay tuned for the 2020 Distinguished Leadership Award presentation of Dr. Thomas M. Haberman, presented by Dr. Martha Lacey, Chair of the Division of Hematology, Mayo Clinic, Rochester, and Stephen Eichberg, Chair of the LRF Board of Directors. Thank you to our benefit committee.
I was diagnosed with diffuse large B-cell lymphoma in 1991 and then had the same diagnosis 22 years later. I felt scared. I had no idea what I was in store for. I wasn't even sure what lymphoma was.
I remember going to Barnes & Noble and standing by the bookshelves, looking through the books to get a feel for what this would mean and what we were going to be dealing with in the future.
Statistically, I was given a 50-50 chance of surviving. We tried to reassure our family that all would turn out well, although I really didn't know.
I was really hopeful. I always thought that things would probably turn out okay, and we just moved forward, and here we are today. It was during a follow-up appointment with Dr. Bertino. It was at that point that survival, this was a couple of years later, survival wasn't really our main issue, and we wanted to know what we could do to help others with this disease. And it was then that we decided to start a foundation, Jerry, myself, and with the extreme help and guidance of Dr. Bertino. And it was because of him that we were able to start our scientific advisory board, and it's been pretty much smooth sailing ever since.
He was the one who rounded up the 8 to 10 geniuses throughout the country so that the organization that we have is brilliant medically.
And he's also a very good friend.
He's a real good buddy.
When we first started, the original mission was to fund research.
But it soon became apparent that there was a serious need to provide support and education.
Over the years, our education programs have grown, our support programs have grown, as well, of course, as our research programs have grown. There's no doubt that it's been through the incredible dedication of our board of directors, our scientific advisory board, our staff, and the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of volunteers that have been involved with the foundation over the past 25 years.
Will take part in something that they feel is a great gift, or reasons that you wanted to do something for humanity. It's remarkable. It's just remarkable.
We've always said that our goal is to close our doors, no more lymphoma. When that's going to happen, no one knows. But in the meantime, we're serving those touched by the disease and helping to further research.
Coming up, Raise It for LRF. Make sure your smartphones are out and ready to go. To visit the fundraising site, you may use the QR code to the left by pointing your phone camera app at this message. Thank you to our honorary council.
The SAB is composed of both young and senior members. They come from both clinical and laboratory backgrounds. They meet together to review proposals, and it is also a training ground for the young investigators who were awarded grants from the LRF, have now grown up and assumed their place on the SAB as real experts.
I really was excited and enthusiastic about being the chair of the LRF Scientific Advisory Board. It is really a group of the leading researchers in the lymphoma field.
It's an honor to be part of it because it's a collection of some of the best people around the country and around the world who are focused on lymphoma research.
And it is the Scientific Advisory Board that helps direct the priorities and selects awardees for Lymphoma Research Foundation funds to support research.
The Scientific Advisory Board is literally a who's who list of the leaders in lymphoma in this country. The productivity and what these individuals have done has really been remarkable. They are the ones that influence who applies for grants, and they're the ones that are mentoring individuals.
I was elected chairman of the Scientific Advisory Board of the LRF 10 years ago for a 2-year term. And it was one of the highlights of my career. It was really a true honor. It's an amazing group of people, and every time I sit in a Scientific Advisory Board meeting, I'm kind of overwhelmed by the talent.
Hard to believe it's 25 years. The backbone has always been Jerry and Barbara. They've been able to recruit the best in the board, generated leaders, and not only raising money, but steering the Lymphoma Research Foundation into the right areas. So it's been great. It's been satisfying. The impact that we're going to make in the next 25 years is going to put us out of business. I hope so.
Greetings, I'm Dr. Martha Lacey, and I'm honored to be presenting the LRF Distinguished Leadership Award to my friend and colleague, Dr. Thomas Haberman. Dr. Haberman is a professor of medicine at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, where he also completed his residency and fellowship after he completed his medical degree at Creighton University. His remarkable career as a lymphoma clinician and researcher encompasses the investigation of new therapies and biology for lymphoma, as well as studies that identify factors affecting patient quality of life. During his tenure at Mayo Clinic, Dr. Haberman has been honored with numerous awards, including the Henry S. Plummer Distinguished Physician Award, the Lifetime Achievement for Outstanding Contributions to Medical Education Award, and the Distinguished Mayo Educator Citation.
A longtime member of the Lymphoma Research Foundation's prestigious Scientific Advisory Board, or SAB, Dr. Haberman was elected chair of that board in 2017. As an SAB member, he has led the Foundation's scientific grant review process and mentored the next generation of lymphoma scientists. Always prioritizing the needs of patients and their caregivers, he is also the founding chair of the LRF Minnesota Lymphoma Workshop, a one-day patient education program offered free of charge to patients and survivors. Since the workshop's inception in 2005, the workshop has served more than 3,500 members of the lymphoma community. Dr. Haberman has devoted his career to helping lymphoma patients, both through his research and clinical practice, as well as being a champion for education and advocacy through the Lymphoma Research Foundation programming. It is for these reasons that he is honored this evening with the Foundation's Distinguished Leadership Award.
I am honored and grateful to receive the Distinguished Leadership Award at the 25th anniversary of the Lymphoma Research Foundation. Hard to believe 25 years, hard to believe the individuals who preceded me in such recognition. I am deeply honored. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Stay tuned for the 2020 Corporate Leadership Award presentation of AstraZeneca, presented by Megan Gutierrez, LRF Chief Executive Officer. Thank you all for your gifts to LRF tonight. There's still time to give a gift to the organization. You may visit the fundraising site on your phone at any time during the program. To visit the fundraising site, you may use the QR code to the left by pointing your phone camera app at this image.
It was 2011, and I was diagnosed after an initial biopsy.
When I found out about my diagnosis, I was pretty young. I was 29 years old. It was something that really caught me off guard.
1993, I had a bone marrow transplant. If I was diagnosed today, I would not need a transplant.
And I started to think about my family. And what impact is that going to have on my family, going through a lymphoma diagnosis and what's going to happen next?
I'll never forget when AJ called me, because we were dating long distance at the time. When he told me the news, I just felt sick not being there with him.
Over that period of time, so much has occurred. And one of the major things was invention of several new drugs, which we did not have when I was diagnosed.
I think I was drawn to the public policy side because it's important and it works. I think if you use a metric like return on investment, you can see that it's very effective at getting additional resources and making improvements to healthcare. So, for instance, when I was diagnosed in 2011, there were less therapies available. If you look at things today, I mean, we've grown tremendously in the number of therapeutics available, whether it's cellular, whether it's monoclonal antibodies, you name it. Most of those, or all of those, were really due to research. And some of that research, without a doubt, the volunteers on the fundraising side, very important to the mission. And I want to point out and thank those advocates who got the ball rolling in the past. Leonard Rosen and Mr. Witten, and even today with our CEO, Meg Gutierrez, who I had the pleasure of advocating on Capitol Hill with my congressman a number of years ago.
The Lymphoma Research Foundation mission is to eradicate the disease and help those who have been affected by it. Through our Wedding for a Cause and our contribution to the Swirl series, we're trying to do our part to give back to both the community and to the doctors that ultimately are providing the scientific research.
I was fortunate. And where I was fortunate, I was in a position where I use the expression payback. I wanted to be able to pay back to society, pay back to lymphoma, pay back the fact that I have received such great care, and I'm here today, I was here then. That became significant to my wife and myself, of why we got involved. You learn, when you have a mission and you have in your gut a story to tell, which is personal, pretty easy to talk to somebody and get them involved. And so when you say one of the good things about getting involved with the LRF and the board was able to bring in those days a lot of very, very significant board members. That helped us grow.
25th anniversary is a great achievement for LRF. A lot of it had to do with having a strategic plan, being mission-driven, being focused on lymphoma. I think it's also due to the people that have been there and left a mark, and the people that are there today.
What drew us to them initially and what keeps us involved is that they provide so much support, not just for the people that are actually going through the treatment, but also for those that are caring for them. And that's what's going to help them continue on for the next 25 years.
AstraZeneca, the recipient of this evening's Corporate Leadership Award, is a global science-led biopharmaceutical company whose life-changing medicines are used by millions of people worldwide. Leveraging its collective heritage in oncology, AstraZeneca has established hematology as one of 4 key oncology disease areas of focus. Toward that end, it has accelerated the development of its portfolio of potential treatments for the blood cancers, including lymphoma and chronic lymphocytic leukemia, or CLL. It has witnessed 2 pivotal FDA approvals for these disease states in just the last 2 years. The company's focus on the delivery of innovative medicines for people with lymphoma and CLL goes beyond the laboratory. Since 2015, AstraZeneca has provided support for the Lymphoma Research Foundation, and together, our work has helped maximize the quality of care for patients and provided much-needed support services. The company has generously supported in-person education programs, the LRF helpline, professional education programming, as well as our research program. These are only a selection of programs which have been supported by AstraZeneca and its dedicated leadership and workforce. The company's patient-centered approach to the use of technology and data, patient outreach initiatives, and of course, the advancement of cutting-edge science are among the many reasons that we honor AstraZeneca with the Lymphoma Research Foundation 2020 Corporate Leadership Award. Accepting the award this evening for AstraZeneca is Chetrick Paul, Head of U.S. Oncology Business. Congratulations.
Thank you to the Lymphoma Research Foundation for this award. We are honored to be here and truly humbled by this recognition. At AstraZeneca, our ambition is to redefine cancer care. We know that to achieve this, we must come together with all of our partners, patient advocacy groups, researchers, academia, caregivers, patients, and the full oncology community to go beyond our medicines and support patients and caregivers at every stage of their cancer journey. This is even more important in today's environment, where many people living with cancer are also dealing with the realities of COVID-19 and the unique challenges this pandemic poses to continuity of care. This year alone, nearly 180,000 people are expected to be diagnosed with a blood cancer. That means every 3 minutes, someone will be receiving news that will change their life forever. Today, I want to take a moment to recognize and celebrate the true heroes and leaders of the blood cancer community. Each of you, the advocates, caregivers, and patients affected by blood cancer. Thank you for making the brave decision to participate in clinical trials, for advocating for quality and equitable care, and for sharing your stories with us. It is because of your courage and bravery that we have had the opportunity to push the boundaries of science and explore potential new treatment options for cancer patients. Thank you for your passion and determination in working to find a future without cancer. We are honored to work alongside Lymphoma Research Foundation and with all of you to ensure all patients who may benefit from our innovative therapies have access to the right treatments at the right time. Thank you.
Stay tuned for our special tribute to the heroes among us, presented by Tony Award-winning actor James Monroe Iglehart.
Lymphoma Research Foundation has been a part of my career really from the start. I was able to participate in the inaugural clinical research mentorship program in 2014, and that really was a jump start for my career, both from the standpoint of developing collaborations with other investigators across the country, developing good close friendships with peers as well as with senior investigators, and really honing my skills in the clinical investigation of lymphoma.
One of the most important aspects of the Lymphoma Research Foundation is its support of young investigators. and the development of new careers in lymphoma research.
My participation in the LRF mentoring program really augmented my research because it was like a boot camp run by experts in how to execute and implement good research in lymphoma.
While I was at the Clinical Research Mentorship Program, I had the opportunity to work with colleagues who helped me come up with the subsequent trial, which used this new therapy called ixazomib with a currently available therapy for mantle cell lymphoma called ibrutinib. But these are two clinical trials evaluating novel approaches that were made possible in large part through the resources of the LRF.
When we look at the field today, many of the leading investigators got their initial support from the LRF. We select the very best to lead to the best science, the most advances in the field, and hopefully capture the imagination of young investigators and retain them into the field of research for lymphoma.
The LRF supports patients, education materials, symposia, support groups, but it also vitally supports researchers to advance the science, not only for the patients of today, but of tomorrow as well.
Good evening. My name is Monroe Iglehart. You may recognize me from some of the Broadway roles I've played, such as Marquis de Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson in Hamilton, or the genie in Disney's Aladdin. And while I may not be on stage performing tonight, being here with you as a part of the Lymphoma Research Foundation community is something that is just as important to me and thrilling. You see, lymphoma is a cause that is extremely important to me, as my wife Dawn is a lymphoma survivor. Receiving a cancer diagnosis can be devastating, but knowing that there is a community of experts, people to connect with, and opportunities to be a part of something larger than oneself is something truly special. And it is why we are all here this evening. This year, as the Foundation celebrates its 25th anniversary, we remember those who have paved the way for lymphoma research and patient care. We feel honored that we are surrounded by a community who does so much in the service of others. It is true what they say, that not all heroes wear capes. Some wear white coats, scrubs, or regular street clothes blending in with the crowd. But it is not the uniform that identifies a hero, no. A hero is identified by their heart. A hero is one who serves others, makes sacrifices to do what is right, and acts with courage. The hero in my life is my wife, Dawn. There is no one more positive, more amazing, more intelligent, and stronger than she is. I know. And because of that, I have put together a concert for Halloween of Disney's Nightmare Before Christmas, and we are giving some of those proceeds to the Lymphoma Research Foundation. Now, tonight, we are humbled to honor all the heroes among us, the people who know that hard times do not create heroes, but rather the hard times reveal the heroes. We thank you all for your many contributions and your support, and are thrilled to recognize all of you as the heroes that you are. And this recognition doesn't stop here. We invite you to view the Gala Digital Journal to see the many heroes who have made an impact on so many lives. So, on behalf of the lymphoma community and to all the heroes out there doing their part, we just want to say thank you and enjoy your evening.
Thank you all for joining us on such an incredibly special evening. Before we close our program, I'd like to send our final congratulations to Dr. Thomas Haberman, AstraZeneca, and to all the heroes among us. On behalf of everyone at the Lymphoma Research Foundation, we want to thank you for your many contributions to the entire lymphoma community. Additionally, I want to express our gratitude to our gala sponsors, honorary council, and committee members who have made this evening such a success. This year's gala has reflected on the Foundation's past, as well as focusing on the future and its continued pursuit of our mission. With that in mind, I have one final, incredibly exciting announcement that we want to share with all of you. LRF is extremely pleased to announce that we have received a $10 million gift to establish the Jamie Paykov Follicular Lymphoma Initiative. This initiative was established to harness the Lymphoma Research Foundation's unique resources as the premier lymphoma-specific research organization in North America, convening the world's experts in follicular lymphoma research and patient care. The initiative is designed to facilitate a better global understanding of follicular lymphoma, accelerate therapeutic development, and bring innovations to patients who require them faster and with greater efficiency. The Jamie Paykov Follicular Lymphoma Initiative is poised to transform the follicular lymphoma treatment landscape for patients and their loved ones. Thank you, Andy and Jamie Paykov, for your tremendous support, which will impact the lives of countless patients and their loved ones. We are thrilled to be able to make this announcement on such an exciting and special evening as we kick off our year-long 25th anniversary celebration. With the theme, Finding Cures Starts Here, we will look forward to sharing even more about this important effort and other new initiatives in the year ahead. Thank you again for being with us. Good night.